All right, this is basically the last thing we need to talk about with Venn diagrams. Sometimes you have just numbers in there. It's kind of like a tally. So we're going to use this to answer some of these questions. Okay, so this doesn't mean the number 15 is here. This means this represents 15 different people. Okay, so we're going to actually do some addition here today. So the first question that I want to answer is how many students play volleyball, and I can keep that up there for a little bit. I'm going to have to slide this down eventually. So the first one I answer is how many students play volleyball. You're going to include everyone inside the volleyball circle. So I have 12, 5, 6, and 4. Go ahead and add those up. 12 plus 5 is 17. 17, 6 more is 23. That would be 27. So when I say how many students play volleyball, go ahead and add up everyone in the volleyball circle to give you that number. Okay, that's the total number of people inside the volleyball circle. Okay, now you're going to have to keep referencing your picture as I go down the page. Please follow along very carefully. So how many students play only volleyball? Well, those will be the students inside the volleyball circle, but not in the others, and that will be the 12 there. You can see the 12 at the very bottom represents the students who only play volleyball. So that word is very important. If I throw only in there, just include that number on the outside. Okay, some other words to note here. On this one it says how many students play volleyball and basketball. Okay, this is like the intersection. It has to be in both. So volleyball and basketball. I'm going to go ahead and look up there for this one. Volleyball and basketball will be this right here, the 10 here, 6 plus 4. So if I say volleyball and basketball, it has to be in both of the circles. So the 6 and the 4 give me 10. So if I see the word and, it's going to be like that. It's going to have to be in both. So 6 plus 4 gives me the 10. Whoops, sorry. Okay. How many students play volleyball or basketball, or is like this? Okay, just throws everything in together. So volleyball or basketball, I'm going to add up all these numbers, volleyball or basketball. So volleyball and the basketball numbers up here, all these numbers here. So 12 plus 4 is 16, 22, 27, 37, 47. Okay? I added up all the numbers, but not the 15, because these 15 people don't play volleyball or basketball. They don't play either. They're outside those two circles. Okay. So how many students play soccer and basketball, but not volleyball? Okay, soccer and basketball, but not volleyball. Well, let's look here. Soccer and basketball, that's going to be these right here. Soccer and basketball, but not volleyball. So just the 9 here. It's got to be in both the two circles at the top, but not the circle at the bottom, and that's only the 9. Okay, one more I want to look at. Just another kind of way of wording the same question in a different way. This says, how many students play everything but soccer? Okay, well, look at soccer. How many students play everything but soccer? So I'm going to cover up soccer. It can't be in soccer. How many kids play everything else? That's going to be the 4 there. How many kids play everything but what I'm covering up here? It's going to be the 4 right there. So that's kind of a different way of just asking the same question. They'll kind of switch up the verbiage on you a little bit. So I went through at least one of each kind, I think. Yes. So I jumped around a little bit. I just kind of varied the words a little bit for the other ones, switched them up. There's also some problems in the back that are incredibly similar to these. Just changed it around just a little bit. Gargoyles do get most of their energy from sunlight. So that's something that you should know. Go ahead.